Hey there, Survivors. Cougar here, and you know I'm always on the lookout for a real survival game where it's just you versus Mother Nature. In my opinion, there are only three on the market right now worth playing. That's The Long Dark, Green Hell, and Survival Fountain of Youth. And we do not have another one yet. What we do have is a beta playtest from PlayerUnknown. This is called Prologue Go Wayback. I imagine the full game will be called Go Wayback, but for now we've just have the prologue, and it's just a beta playtest. This is not actually a game as such, but it does, you can at least get a sense of the kind of survival that we're going to be looking at here. First things first, let's go over and check out this stuff on the table. Important stuff. The compass, definitely going to be important. A fire starter is here next to it. That is a flint striker and a knife. We'll get that too. That'll go into slot 2. And over here we have, that's a Walkman. I'm not sure what you do with that yet. There's a flashlight. We'll probably want that. And over here is a map. You can pick up and look at by bringing it up and holding the button. So, holding the button. So it doesn't show you where you are. It just shows you where you start and where you want to go. And that's all there is in the game right now, is just walking from point A to point B and trying to survive along the way. But I call it a game. It's not actually a game. It's just a play test. Over here is a jacket. You're going to want that. And if I hit I to bring up our inventory, you can see here's what we've got equipped. A backpack. It's a simple drawstring backpack. A top. No undershirt, no gloves, no hat. Just a jacket, some trousers, some shoes, and socks. No underpants. Oh my goodness. We're rocking it. We're going commando, guys. All right, over here, a little bit of food. You can hold E to actually eat the stuff. And then some canned stuff that you do not need a can opener to open. You can see it, they've got pop top rings on the top. So we can take that, and then how you actually use stuff is you hit F to put it under your arm, kind of hold on to it for a minute, and then over here you hit R to actually place it in the world. Whoops. So that's cooking up my goodies, my food now. And this was already on. You can also pick up this pot if you need it, but we're just going to eat this stuff. And you can see once we let it cook and then eat it, our temperature on the upper right hand corner is going up. So we're warming up from the food, as you do in the Long Dark. No more food in the fridge. I don't think there's much else to pick up in here. How to start a fire. So you need 3 things to start a fire. You need dry paper, you need sticks or kindling, and you need some logs. And all those, well, what you do is you put them under your arm. So this goes under my, oh, can't put that under my arm just yet? Okay. We might have to do that from the ground. But then again, you hit R to actually place it in the world once it's under your arm. Just bring that up instead. And then 2 is our fire starter. We don't have the paper down there yet. I'm trying to put it under my arm, but it's not going. So we'll put it on the ground first. That sort of worked. I'm not sure if that counts as in the fire. I guess it does. So now we bring up our fire starter, give it a couple of strikes, and that should hopefully catch everything on fire. There we go. So we had dry paper, like you find over here in the garbage basket. And we had some cardboard also, and we had some twigs, some sticks in there already, and some logs. So we're definitely warming up now. And that's pretty much all you can do in the cabin for now, as far as I've seen, is cook stuff, start a fire, pick up your compass, your fire starter, your flashlight, and your map, and put on the jacket that's hanging by the door. And then back here there is, and you can see we've got some damage, these broken windows here. That's why it's not really super warm in the cabin at this point, but it is warmer than outside. But if we stay here long enough, you can see that it's pretty intact right now, but if we stay here long enough, more windows are going to break, and these roof panels are going to start to blow off. So you cannot stay here forever, survival-wise. You've got to keep moving and finding new stuff, new places to hang out. And the way you do that, I guess, is by going to what are marked as circles on the map. but I haven't actually found anything at any of these circles yet. I've heard that there are cabins that you can find, and maybe caves also, that will offer you some shelter, but I haven't actually found one yet. Should we go out and try to find one now? Oh, the weather is bad. We are still warming up from the warm food that we ate, but we're gonna start losing temperature pretty quickly once we go out there. Let's just look at the map again and see if we can. So we're down at the bottom. There's a place that we could. There's a circle. There are two circles directly north of us. So why don't we try that? Let's go directly north, which is going to be that way. Okay, yeah, you heard that the window break just there? So, and if we stay here long enough, yeah, you can see stuff's kind of moving around. Well, maybe we'll come back here and we'll see how it's starting to blow apart. We're in some kind of slush right now, so we were moving kind of slowly. Again, this is not a game as such. This is a beta playtest. They're just using it to gather information about how the game is running on various systems, how stable it is, and how people are finding the systems. Right now, there's no way to get clean water. You can drink directly from rivers and lakes if you find them, but you're going to get sick if you do. The devs have already said that the next update will contain a bottle that you can gather the water and bring it back to a fire and cook it up, so it's safe to drink. Yep. So, it's hard to say how far we're traveling when we look at the map. There are two circles directly north of that cabin. I don't know how far away they are, you know? So I guess we should just keep looking to the north. And see if we stumble across something at one of those circles. The good news is if we start to get really cold, all we have to do to get back to our cabin is go directly south. The map does not show you where you are. That's good. You should have to read a map in a survival situation. You should have to be able to read a map. It does give you a sense of being cold out here, definitely. There's a big thing out in front of us, but I think that's just a rock formation. And I've looked at these rock formations before and have not actually been able to find a cave or any kind of shelter in them. You can check this one out, I guess. All right, our temperature is dropping pretty quickly. It does seem like we're a little bit sheltered from the wind here, so maybe we'd be able to start a fire if we needed to. But it's not really a shelter like you'd get from a cave. All right, we're starting to get the sniffles now, which means we're getting really cold. So why don't we head back and see if we can find our cabin again using just the compass and the map before we die of hypothermia. And if the weather's been bad enough, you'll be able to see how that cabin is starting to come apart. Won't be there forever. But won't be a place to take shelter forever anyway. Get off the rock. It has been pretty stable for me. I've died 3 times now, twice of hypothermia, once of thirst. and I have not experienced any crashes. Obviously, it's not optimized. And we are going to die of hypothermia out here. But that's pretty much it, honestly. It's just kind of surviving as long as you can until you die. Or I assume until you reach whatever that destination is, the fire tower that is marked on the map. But again, this is not a game. This is just a playtest. They're just using it to gather information about how the game is, how the potential for a game is running. And it seems to be running pretty well for me, and I look forward to them continuing work on this. And I encourage you to go onto Steam, grab the playtest if you want to try it out. Definitely wishlist it so that the developers know that there's interest in real hardcore survival games, because there are so few out there. We really want more games that are just you versus Mother Nature. And we probably have missed the cabin. I'm not sure where the cabin is now. And we are about to die of hypothermia. Yeah, I think we've missed the cabin. I feel like we would have run into it by now if we were going to find it. Yeah, because we never saw that big stone formation. Oh, stay warm, dear. Oh, we're gone. We're gone. Check it out, guys. Prologue, go way back. Wishlist it so the devs know people are interested in this type of game. Real hardcore survival, you versus Mother Nature. Stay safe, survivors.